got here. Good morning, everybody. I'm gonna flip my camera, let everybody get on. We are going to be doing QL muscles today. So those muscles across the low back that help support your spine, your kidneys, your internal organs, all that good stuff is all supported by the QL muscle. So we are going to, hey Gina, we are going to be starting there. Good morning, Amy. Good morning, Nicole. Hey, Angela. All right, so I'm gonna flip my camera quick and get on my mat. And there we are, my lovely dining room. Hey, Carrie. All right. Okay. So, like I said, we're going to be doing QL muscles. So if you missed that first few seconds of intro there, that is what we're going to be doing. So QLs lengthen the side of your low back. So we are going to work on opening those up because it has to do everything from posture, which, you know, I don't know about you, but, you know, I've been doing a little extra sitting than normal. So, you know, it's good to open up those back muscles. So for your posture, maybe low achy back, your digestive system, the QL muscles are really key for your spine, your pelvis, your hips. They're attached to that 12th rib, that low floating one. And then your lumbar L1 through 4. So the muscles definitely have a lot going on in that low back space.
Good morning, Pickles.
So we are going to start reclined. So either roll your blanket or fold your blanket or your bolster if you have a bolster. And go ahead and get yourself laid back. You want your feet together in cobbler today because of where the attachment is in those QL muscles. So we want to get that extra opening in the hips, just where that connection point is. So if being like in that cobbler position is uncomfortable, go ahead and prop up those knees if you need to. Whether you're putting blocks under, if you have blocks, or blankets, or whatever you've got. So go ahead and lay back. Open those arms up to a T. Palms are facing the ceiling. Let those knees fall open, propping them if you need to. Close the eyes or turning your gaze down towards the cheekbones. Let the jawline relax. Let the shoulders be heavy. Let those knees be heavy. And find your breath. Nice, slow, deep inhales. Completely filling the lungs up. Feeling your bellies expand. Your rib cage expand. And all the way up into the chest. And then very slowly exhaling your way all the way back down. And then windshield wiper, side to side. We're going to drop into our supported spinal twist from here. So drop both knees to the right, roll up onto that right hip, turning your head to the left. On your inhale, come to center. And then as you exhale, other side. So you're dropping both knees to the left, roll onto that left hip and turn your head to the right. As you begin your next inhale, slowly bring yourselves to the center. You're going to straighten the legs all the way out. Hands come down next to the hips. And on your next inhale, press yourselves to your seat. Okay, so go ahead and find your seat. Move your bolster or whatever you had behind you out of your way. So seat can be wherever you're comfortable. Legs can be in easy pose like I am, or straight out in front of you. So we're going to start off with our seated side bend. So right hand is going to come down to the floor. On your inhale, reach that left arm up and overhead. Put a little bend in the elbow if you can on that right hand. Really sinking in and opening up, and you should feel the stretch in the QL, not just your obliques, but the QL as well. And on your inhale, bring yourselves up. As you exhale, left hand will come down. Inhale, sweep your right arm up. And then bending that left elbow if you have the space. Sinking yourselves in just that little bit extra. Breathing into that side body. As you inhale, bring yourselves up. All right, so we're going to swing both feet to our right side. And then we are going to twist to our right side. So use your left hand to hold onto that right leg and twist yourselves open. bring yourself to the center. And then you're gonna bring both hands down to the floor on the left and then sink down to those forearms. Adding in a twist here if you'd like by walking the fingers to that back left corner. On your inhale, we're going to work our way up to our hands and then back around to the center. So you're going to switch your feet, so you're going to flip those feet to the left side. And we're going to twist ourselves open to that left side. So bring your right hand over, twist open. And release, bring yourselves to the center. Go ahead and twist to the right, sink down to the forearms. And then if you have that space, walking yourselves back to that back right corner, getting that deeper stretch in the left QL. As you begin your next inhale, bring yourselves up to the hands and back around to the center. All right, so we are going to swing around onto hands and knees, and we're going to set ourselves up for our cats and cows. Cushion underneath those knees if you need it, just like always. Just need to fix my blanket. All right, so line everything up. You're going knees to hips, wrists to shoulders. Everything is hip distance apart. Inhale, cow, forehead, tailbone coming up towards the ceiling. Remember that slight core engagement so you're not dumping into the low back. And then exhaling to your cat, round your spine. Tuck the chin and tailbone, pressing into your mat. And follow your own breath. Inhaling cow, exhaling cat. One more of each and then press back into your child's pose. want you to walk your fingers over to the right side. We're going to do extended child's pose. On your next inhale, bring yourselves up, walk all the way over to the left. On your inhale, bring yourselves back to center. And then as you begin your next inhale, you're going to slowly roll yourselves back up onto hands and knees. If you had your knees wide, we're going to bring those knees back in so they're hip distance apart. And we're going to do a flank stretch. So we're going to glue our legs together and we're going to drop our hips to the right and to the left. So I'm just going to show you quick so you guys know, for those of you that maybe have not done this before. So knees are glued together, okay? We're going to drop, we're going to roll so that you're dropping the right hip towards, and then you're going to come back to center, and then the left hip goes down. So you want to keep those knees glued together so that when you roll to the right, the left knee stays stacked on top of that right, and only the right hip goes down towards the floor, and then the same to the left. So we're just going to get ourselves set up here. So bring those knees in. Keep your fingers nice and wide so you got that good support base on the mat. And shoulders are, or your wrists are stacked underneath the shoulders or just slightly wider than the shoulders. So take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, drop to that right side. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Inhale, center. One more time each side. Exhale, right. And inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, back to center. Curl your toes under, and we're going to press up and back and into down dog. On your next inhale, you're going to step yourselves up and into your forward fold. If you want, you can pedal your knees here, so that's keeping both feet flat and bending one knee and straightening the opposite leg, and then going to the other side. So if you like, you can add in that little extra stretch by pedaling the knees in your forward fold. If you're pedaling, just bring both legs straight. We're going to put a little bend in the knees if we don't already have one. Engage the core, curl your spine, bring yourselves all the way to standing. All right, so just going to move my blanket here a little bit. And we are going to pick apples. I got to watch the light fixture here. So everybody knows how to pick apples, right? So we're going to plant our feet hip distance apart. And we're going to start. I'll show you how to do it first. So left hand will start down on the left leg. You're going to pick up the right heel. So you're just keeping the legs straight, coming onto tippy toes, so that right hip is going to hike out to that right side. When you do that, then you're going to reach up with the right arm. So you'll feel that stretch on the right side. And then we're going to do the same thing on the left side. Okay? So plant those feet. You're going to bring the right tiptoes up. Reach up and over through that right finger. Right fingers. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, left tippy toes, left fingers up and over. Bring it down. Inhale, right. Exhale, come down. Inhale, left. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, right. And down. Inhale, left. And down. Inhale, right. Down. Inhale, left. And down. One more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. All right, so you should feel that nice stretch and warmth on those side bodies and those QL muscles. All right, so we're gonna find our feet. We're gonna do some sun salutes and warm ourselves up. So find your feet anywhere from toes together to hip distance. Roll the shoulders back so you're standing up nice and tall. Hands are gonna come into heart center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Bend the knees, hinge from the hips, up and over, forward fold. Neck and spine are nice and long. Bring the floor to you by using a prop if you can't reach the floor. Knees are bent, belly's resting on the thighs. Shoulders are melting towards the floor. As you begin your inhale, hands to shins, half lifting, nice flat back, long neck, long spine. into your plank. And drop down to those knees here if you need to. Lower down. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Bend the elbows, pull that heart up and through. And then as you inhale, up and back and into your down dog. Bend the knees, press the sits bones back, pedal out your feet. If you would like, you can add a twist into your down dog by taking and reaching one hand back towards the opposite foot. So if I'm going to go left hand reaching back towards my right foot, right ankle, right knee. If you want. Come back to center. Twisting to the other side, this time right hand back to the left. And back to center. Good. On your next inhale, stepping up and into your forward fold. And on your inhale, bring hands to shins, half lifting. Exhale, fold in. On your inhale, bend the knees, engage the core, curl the spine, come all the way up. Good. Bring hands back into heart center. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, sweep up. You're going to add a little back bend. And then up and over, forward fold. And bending your knees, plant your hands, step your right foot back. You're going to bring your right knee down to that cushion. Wiggle the left foot forward, find that space to sink in. Remember to check in with that left knee, making sure it's in line or behind the ankle. When you sink in, you should feel the stretch in those right hip flexors across the low back into the psoas and where the QL attaches. You can stay right here if you want to sink down further using the blocks or the mat. You can sink down further, or if you want to extend up, engaging the core in the right glute, you can inhale and sweep those arms up and into high prayer. Good. As you exhale here, we're going to bring our hands down to the mat, blocks here if you want, shifting back into our half splits. So we're stretching in the back line of the left leg. Inhale, shift yourselves back up onto that left foot, plant the hands, curl the right toes under and step back and into your plank. Good, so we're gonna drop 8-point stick, knees, chest, chin, and then as you inhale, bring yourselves through and onto your bellies. Hands are gonna line up next to the rib cage. Draw those elbows back towards the hips. And on your inhale, pressing into the floor, lifting that chest up, keeping the elbows along the rib cage, Make sure you're breathing here. You should feel the pull across the low back. If you want, you can pick up the toes, engaging the quads and the glutes. Keep breathing. Good. Slowly let everything go. Good. So we're going to plant the hands if we move them at all. Curl your toes under, and then as you inhale, you're going to press up and back and into your down dog. As you inhale, step your right foot forward, drop that left knee down, and come into your low lunge on the other side. Wiggle the right toes up, sinking yourselves in. Check in with that right knee. Make sure you're in line or behind the ankle. Again, you can stay here. You can go down to blocks. You can go down to the floor, or you can inhale and come up into your high prayer. If you're coming up and into high prayer, left glute and core are engaged. Make sure you have that stability. Bringing the hands up as you inhale. Good. As you exhale here, we are going to bring our hands down to the floor if they're not already, or to the blocks, and shift back into those half splits, turning the right toes up this time. On your inhale, shifting back onto that right foot, we're going to go up and into our forward fold. So curl the left toes under, rocking back and launching yourselves up and into that fold. You can pedal your knees here in that forward fold like we did earlier if you'd like. And as you begin your next inhale, you're going to sweep your arms open, come all the way up to the top, little back bend, and then bring those hands back down. Perfect. All right, so we're going to move blankets or cushions, or if you had anything on your mat for those lunges, go ahead and just move it off to the side. We're going to do triangle and extended side angle on either side. So if you need your block, go ahead and grab your block. We're going to do right foot forward, left foot back, so you're lining those heels up. Remember, you can always use the edge of your mat. Good. So we're going to sweep those arms open. You're going to take your big inhale. As you exhale, shifting hips back, reaching forward, bringing your right hand down, and then left arm is coming up. So you should feel that stretch on the left side body. So part of that stretch is your QL stretching out. And then the right leg, right thigh area mostly. Good. As you inhale, engage the core. Bring yourselves back up to standing. And then you can bring those hands down. You're gonna bend your right knee. If you have the space in your knee when you bend it goes over the ankle, wiggle those toes forward so you have your knee either in line or behind the ankle. You can turn the left toes in just a smidge, gives you a little bit of a better base. Take your right forearm, bring that right forearm down onto the right thigh. Your left arm is going to sweep up and overhead, palm is facing the floor, and then you're opening up the belly towards me, I guess you could say. You're opening up towards the front so that you're getting this really nice long line from the heel all the way to the fingertips on that left side. And then the stretch that you're feeling on that left side is your QL. Perfect. So go ahead and turn your gaze towards the floor, bringing your hands down. Move the block out of your way if it's there, and step yourself back and into your down dog. Pedal those feet out. If you're feeling strong and you want to add in those twists in your down dog, you can, reaching back towards opposite side. Coming back to center, and then same thing. Other side. Back to center. And on your inhale, stepping into your forward fold. You can pedal the knees in your forward fold if you'd like. And on your next inhale then, bending the knees, engaging the core, curl your spine, come all the way up. Perfect. All right, guys, same thing, other side. So block if you need it. We're going left foot forward, right foot back, and lining ourselves up for triangle first. Opening up those arms, big inhale. As you exhale, shifting back, reaching forward. Left hand coming down this time, and then right arm going up. Feeling that opening on the right side body. As you begin your next inhale, engaging your core, bringing yourselves up to standing. Hands are going to come down. We're going to bend the left knee, sinking ourselves in. Again, your right toes can turn in just that smidge, so you're getting that good base when you sink in. Left forearm down to the left thigh, and then right arm up overhead, palm faces the floor. You're reaching through those right fingers, so from the right fingers to the right heel is a really nice, long, strong line. Good. So from here, gaze is turning down. Right hand down, move the block if it's in your space, and step yourselves back and into your down dog. You can add in those twists here, again, if you like, reaching back, hand towards opposite ankle, and to center, and then other side, and then to center. And then from here, we're actually going to drop down to our knees and come all the way onto our bellies. So we're going to do tree frog. Sorry, Tony, I know you're not on right now, but I know you'll be on later. Brenda, you might have to wake Tony up from this one. We're not there to do it. So go ahead and come down to your bellies, and we're gonna scooch our bodies to our right side so that we can get ourselves set up for tree frog. I think everybody that's on has done tree frog, but just in case you haven't, I will show you how to do it. So bodies to the right side of your mat. Good. So right leg is gonna stay straight, left knee is gonna bend, and you're gonna come into tree pose just like you would be standing. You're gonna make sure that you're all the way down onto your bellies, and you're going to stack your hands, just like I have mine, and we're gonna twist to our left side, bringing the left elbow towards that left knee and sinking in. This is tree frog. If you don't feel much of a stretch down that right side, you're gonna take your right foot and you're gonna swing it over to the left. So you get this really nice curve, and then you're gonna get a really great stretch through that right side. So go ahead and get yourselves in it and lay your head down. You can always use a blanket or your bolster or whatever underneath your hands or your head if you'd like. And just let your body relax and let that QL on the right side open up. As you begin your next inhale, we're going to slowly start to straighten the legs first. So straighten out your right leg, and then your left leg, and then bring yourselves back to the center. So you should feel how nice and open that right side is. So we're going to scooch to the left, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. You don't have to scoot on your mat. I'm just so used to doing this at the studio, so we stay on our mat space, but it's just to keep you on your mat. So if you don't want to scooch, you don't have to. So left leg is going to stay straight. You're going to bend that right knee and bring it into tree pose. Bring your belly down. Twist the torso over, bringing the right elbow towards the right knee. And then go ahead and swing that left foot over, and then resting the head down. So you're getting that nice opening on the left side. as you guys begin your next inhale, go ahead, straighten the legs out first. Bring your bellies back to center, and then from here, pressing up and back and into your child's pose. As you begin your inhale, slowly bring yourselves up and around and have a seat on your butt. All right, how's everybody feeling? Oh, I love this one. This is probably one of my favorite classes because your whole torso just feels so nice and stretched out. So we just have a couple more things before we get into Shavasana. So the first thing we're gonna do is a half forward fold. So we're skipping the full on forward fold and we're gonna do half forward fold. So bring your right foot in, prop up that right knee if you need it, and then I want you to take your left foot and you're swinging it out to the left side. So instead of having that left foot straight on, you've got this little angle to it. Left arm is going to sink down and slide towards that left foot. If you can't reach the left foot, you don't have to. You're just sinking and sliding in that direction. You can use your right hand to keep pressing that right knee down if it tends to want to float up. You can put cushion underneath your left knee if you need it. And then you should feel that nice stretch on the right side body. If you want to make the stretch deeper, instead of keeping the right hand on the knee, you can bring that right arm up and overhead. Make sure that you're keeping the belly and the chest open and you're not collapsing towards the floor though. And as you inhale, we're going to bring ourselves up, back to the center, swing that left leg in, bring the right leg straight, give them a shake out here if you need to. And then we're going to do the same thing other side. So first start with bending the left knee, propping that left knee up if you need to, and then taking that right foot and swinging it open to the right side. And then same thing, right hand is going to slide down that right leg, so you're coming into this twisted half forward fold. Left hand can stay on that left knee, just getting that nice stretch into that left QL. Or if you want to take it more, opening up, left arm is going to sweep overhead. And then same thing, making sure that the chest and the belly are open and not collapse down. And as you begin your next inhale then, we're going to take and we're going to bring ourselves all the way up. Straighten your left leg, bring the right leg back in. Give them a shake here if you need to. All right, boat pose. This is really hard to teach from home. I can't see everybody, so I'm just going to demo it. For those of you that know what to do, go ahead. You're going to do 2 of them and then roll to your backs and come into a reclined cobbler. I think everybody that's on knows what to do, but I'm just going to show you just to be safe. So boat pose is balancing between your sits bones and your tailbone. Your boat pose can be very simple of just keeping the spine nice and long, which this part you always want to keep nice and long and strong. So it all has to do with those QL muscles, the back muscles, the core muscles, and you can just pick up the feet. From there, to make it slightly more challenging, you can bend the knees, bringing the calves parallel with the floor. From there, holding on still, you can straighten the legs out. And then you can do those things without holding on, where you're just bringing them in, you're bringing it half, you're bringing it straight. If you want to go into a deeper stretch with the hamstrings, you're going to use your peace fingers, interlace, grab a hold of those big toes, and then go all the way. But again, you really want to make sure that that spine is nice and strong and straight, and you're not rounding and collapsing. Using the core, using those back muscles. You're just holding each one. You're doing two, just for a couple of breaths. 1 breath, 2 breaths, 5 breaths if you would like. And then from there, we're going to roll to our backs and do a reclined cobbler. So I'm just going to do one more bridge just because I showed you, or not bridge, boat. And then from there, you're just going to roll to your back. And then go ahead and drop those feet into your cobbler. Alright guys, as you begin your next inhale, bring the knees up, windshield wiper them side to side one last time here. Should feel the openness on those side bodies. Everything should be nice and stretched out again. And then from here, we're going to pull those knees into the belly. Give them a squeeze. You can stay right here, just squeezing them in, rocking side to side. You can make those little circles rolling across the spine, sacrum, the kidneys. You can happy baby if you would like to happy baby by grabbing the outside soles of the feet, pulling those knees down. Again, you can rock side to side in your happy baby, but also remember you're not up here. You're trying to keep that sacrum pressing down towards the floor when you're in that happy baby position. And then go ahead and release. Stretch everything out and get yourselves ready for your Shavasana. So prop yourselves up wherever you need to be. Blankets and layers on to keep yourselves warm, just like always. Letting those arms and legs fall open. Let your bodies be heavy. Releasing any tension you're holding in your fingers and toes, in your bellies. As your body starts to settle, just noticing the weight in the feet as they fall open, the weight on your heels, the weight on the tailbone, across the shoulders, back of your head. everything melting into the floor. Releasing any tension you may have left. And breathe. Breathe and release anything that does not serve you in this very moment. Breathing slowly. Soften. And let go. Slowly start to add movements. Wiggle fingers, wiggle toes, deepen your breath. Bring your arms up overhead. Give yourselves a stretch. You can bend your knees roll onto your side. And as you inhale, slowly work your way to your seat. All right, thank you everybody for joining. Let's see what today's quote is. Imagine your mind like a garden and your thoughts as seeds. You get to choose what seeds to plant in it. You can plant seeds of positivity, love, and abundance, or plant seeds of negativity, fear, and lack. You can also spend time trying to take care of everyone else's garden, or you can work on making yours beautiful and attract other beautiful people to your garden. I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you for joining me. Let's bring our hands to heart center. May the long sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on.
Namaste.
Have a fantastic Wednesday. Oh, all these days are just running together. Have a fantastic Wednesday. I will be back on live Sunday at 11 again. That seemed to be a really good one. If you need anything else in between now and Sunday, just let me know. Otherwise, have a fantastic day, guys.